Welcome to this video lesson for sample exam question 1, which is on the topic of ratios. As you know, there are three ways we can write ratios. One is 3 to 9, another way is 3, 9, and if the first number is smaller than the second number, then we can write it as a fraction like this. But you don't always have to write it as a fraction. Ratios help us to understand the relationship between two numbers or two quantities by division. Now let's have a look at sample question 1 in the exam. Here is the question. It says we have 36 black keys and 52 white keys on the piano. What is the ratio of black keys to white keys in the simplest form? The first two numbers are the numbers that will make the ratio, and the second part here, the ratio and the simplest form, will let us know what kind of question we have. In the exam, if you see these words, it will help you know that it's a simple ratio question. Now, as you know that we can write this ratio three ways. We can write 36 to 52, 36, 52, and 36 over 52. Because the first number is smaller than the second, it's easier to work with it as a fraction. So let's have a look at the fraction. We have 36 over 52. The question, now that's the first part of the question, we have the ratio. We have the ratio. The second part of the question says we need to put this in the simplest form. So how do we put this ratio in the simplest form? The way to do that is by simplifying the fraction by dividing the top number and the bottom number by the greatest common factor. What is the greatest common factor of 36 and 52? The greatest common factor is 4. So if we divide the top number and the bottom number by 4, we have 9 over 13. And as you can see in your exam paper, this is answer choice A. Answer choice B is a trick answer choice because that answer choice says 13 over 9, 13 to 9, but this is wrong because in the question we have 36 first and 52 second. So we need to keep the ratio with the first number and the second number, first and second. Okay, now let's do some practice questions. Let's have a look at the questions. Now is a good time for you to pause your screen and to do these questions on a piece of paper before you move on and have a look at how I do them. These kind of questions might come up on your exam, so it's good to pay attention to how they are done. Okay, so let's have a look at the first question. It says we have 10 boys to 15 girls. We can write this as a ratio by having 10 boys to 15 girls. Now we need to put this fraction into the simplest form. As you can see, the greatest common factor of these two numbers is 5. So there are 2 5s in 10. And there are 3 5s in 15. So this shows there are 2 boys to every 3 girls. And in the exam, you can write your answer like this, or you can write it like this. Or you can write it like this. There are 2 boys for every 3 girls. Now let's have a look at question number 2. We have 18 goals to 27 shots. So let's write this as a fraction. The first number goes on the top of the fraction, so we have 18 goals to 27 shots. As you can see here again, we can simplify this using the greatest common factor, which for 18 and 27 is 9. So into 18 we have 2 9s, and into 27 we have 3 9s. So you can write this answer as 2 goals for every 3 shots. Or, like before, we can say he scores 2 goals for every 3 shots. Okay, let's have a look at question number 3. This one is a little bit more complicated because here we have 2 different kinds of units, but they're both units of weight. So it would be good to make them into the same unit. So we can write 600 grams as 0.6 kilograms, and we can write 2 kilograms as 2,000 grams. So let's use the grams to make our ratio. So the first number is 600, so we'll have 600 grams over 2,000 grams. Now, how can we simplify this? We can use the greatest common factor of 200, and that will say that there are 3 in 600 and there are 10 in 2000. So that is 3 grams over 10 grams. But when the unit is the same as we have here, which is both grams, we can cancel the unit, so the answer can be 3 over 10. You can write it like this, or you can write it like this, or you can write it like this. All of these are the same. You can also say there are 600 grams, sorry, there are 3 grams to every 10 grams, or it's 3 to 10. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and please press subscribe so you can stay up to date with the videos that I make that will help you with your exams. Thank you.